afternoon, my sisters. It's so good to be here and be able to share with you. I'm so excited that so many of us are interested in figuring out ways of taking care of ourselves and figuring out why and understanding that it's important to take care of ourselves. A lot of times as Christians, we focus on so many other areas of our lives and then take our physical bodies for granted. But God does want us to take care of our bodies as well. But usually, when we turn to the world to take care of our bodies, what does the world say? You go on a diet, right? I mean, there's Atkins, there's South Beach, there's the glycemic index, there's fat flush, you name it, they've got it. There's tons of them. But you know what? There are studies that have shown the #1 reason that diets fail, food. No, but seriously, diets are, I'm so anti-diet because they just don't work. I mean, they're wonderful theories, but they really don't work because they're temporary. Diets are depressing because you're thinking about, oh, I gotta eat this and not that, and so I can have this, but I can't have that, and you're wondering, like, what am I gonna eat? And it's depressing, it stresses you out. It gives you in a bad mood because then you're at a party and your friend can have this, and then, well, my diet said I can't eat that, and so you're upset about that. And so, but why do we keep doing it? We keep trying. I mean, people I work with, they've done Weight Watchers so they can count points, they can count grams, they can count carbohydrates, but still it's like, well, it's not working. Nothing is working. But the reason we keep trying and the reason that the industry keeps growing even though there's no results, I mean, have you ever heard of an industry that grows and has no results? What sense is that? Any other industry would never survive to keep thriving and have no results. And we wonder, why does this not work? There's studies that are showing that when you go on a diet, that you're now more prone to additional weight gain. You know, and the reason why. So why are we trying to diet? One of the reasons is that God has programmed us to want to improve. He always is calling us higher. He doesn't want us to stay the same. We are supposed to change. That's the whole point of our faith base, is repentance. We are supposed to constantly change, so we're constantly grabbing and reaching up. What can I do? What is it that I can do? Listen to this. The New England Journal of Medicine did a study, and they showed that it made no difference what kind of diet people followed. If they reduced calories, they initially lost weight. But after 2 years, average participants had regained weight, leaving them with a net loss of only 9 pounds, and on a path to further regain. And this was a study that came out in '09. Similar results were found in a study that was done in '07. And so we're like, okay, well, why are we still just going on this rat race? Why do we still keep going? Well, it's because we want to do better, and we do have an answer for you. There is a book that you can read that has an airtight case, an airtight solution on how you can make yourself healthier. You know what that book is?
Bible.
You got it, sisters. It's a sharp group. You got it. It's the Bible. Everything we need to know about taking care of ourselves is in the Bible. And so, you know, when I work with people, they ask me, well, okay, I get the God thing. Yes, God, the Bible is going to help me out. So, but still, tell me, what should I eat? I need a plan. Tell me what to eat. My answer, you eat to live, you live to worship, and you get full on the Word. Plain as that. And how you do that is by getting into your Word. And I've designed a program with my friend called the FITatudes, and it just gives you 9 principles that really deal with the heart. And if you don't get the heart right, then there's no way you're going to get the rest of the physical body right. So real quick, one is absolute trust in God. And you can look at Proverbs 3:5. And I know you all know that one. What's that? Trust in the Lord. You got it. And lean not to my own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your paths. Do you really trust God to help you? Oh, I don't have time to work out. Do you trust God to give you time to work out if you want to work out? Do you trust God to find childcare if you're saying, my child is keeping me from working out, I don't have a sitter? Do you really trust God? Humility. Are you willing to acknowledge that I need help? Personal responsibility. Are you taking ownership of what I need to do to take care of myself? Are you thinking positive thoughts, or are you always thinking negatively? That affects our health. Are you working with others? Devotion to others. In my company, the FITatudes, the FIT stands for Feeling Inspired Together. We all know that there are over 50 scriptures in the Bible that talk about relationship. It means that we don't do anything by ourselves. It's not going to work. So are you working with others to improve your physical health? Are you putting yourself on a life budget? Or are you overindulging, whether it's in your time, in your expense, or in your food? It's all about putting it all in a budget. And then once you get those right, then you can start looking at food, what you can do differently with your food choices, how you can respect your body and do physical activity, and then really persevering to keep on. So I just wanted to encourage you with taking a new mindset. Challenge yourself to start thinking from the heart when you want to make physical changes with your body, and then get to what the biblical wisdom is about the food choices.
Amen.